Welcome to 5-Minute Nerd episode 17. Today we are exploring one of the factions that I have spent a lot of time playing and one of my favorite in Warhammer 40K, the Necrons. In the vast, war-torn universe of Warhammer 40,000, few races are as mysterious or terrifying as the Necrons. These ancient beings who once ruled the galaxy long before mankind ever rose to power have returned to reclaim their place as rulers of the stars. But who are the Necrons and what is their story? The Necrons are a race of soulless, robotic warriors who were once flesh and blood beings known as the Necrontyr. Long ago, the Necrontyr lived under the shadow of their dying sun, and their existence was bleak, marked by a short and painful lifespan. Envious of the seemingly immortal Old Ones, the Necrontyr yearned for eternal life. This desire led them to seek out the Satan, ancient star gods, who had the power to manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe. The Catan promised the Necrontyr immortality, but it came at a terrible cost. In a process known as biotransference, the Necrontyr's consciousnesses were transferred into cold mechanical bodies. While they gained immortality, they lost their souls and their individuality, becoming the Necrons, an army of emotionless, undying machines bound to serve the will of their leaders. The Satan, now empowered by the Necron's sacrifice, used them as tools in a galaxy-spanning war against the Old Ones. But the Necrons soon rebelled against their star gods. Led by the Silent King, Zarek, the Necrons turned against the Catan and shattered their essence into shards, which they imprisoned. Although victorious, the war had taken its toll on the Necrons, and the galaxy was in chaos. The Silent King ordered his people into stasis where they would sleep for millions of years, waiting for the right time to awaken. Fast forward to the 41st millennium, and the Necrons are stirring once again. As their tomb worlds reawaken, the galaxy faces a terrifying new threat. The Necrons rise from their ancient crypts, their metallic bodies gleaming with the eerie green glow of their Gauss weapons. They are a relentless force, driven by a cold, logical desire to reclaim the universe that was once theirs. But the Necrons are not a monolithic race. They are led by powerful overlords and pharaons, each with their own agendas and personalities. Some are loyal to the Silent King, who has returned from his exile to lead his people once more. Others seek to establish their own dynasties, carving out empires in the ashes of the Imperium of Man and other races. The Necrons' complex political structure and internal rivalries add depth to their otherwise cold and emotionless nature. The Necrons' technology is incredibly advanced, even by the standards of the 41st millennium. Their warriors are equipped with Gauss weaponry, which disintegrates matter at the molecular level, and they have the ability to repair themselves mid-battle, making them an almost unstoppable force. Their monolithic structures, such as the Doomsday Arcs and Monoliths, rain destruction on their enemies from afar, while their powerful cryptechs, ancient scientists and engineers, manipulate the very fabric of reality to turn the tide of battle. One of the most iconic aspects of the Necrons is their ability to reassemble after being destroyed. Unlike most armies in the Warhammer 40K universe, Necrons can reanimate, slowly pulling themselves back together even after being blown apart. This makes them incredibly difficult to defeat, as even a battlefield strewn with fallen Necrons can quickly turn into a horde of reactivated machines ready to fight once more. The Necrons' long slumber has left them disconnected from the universe they once sought to dominate. They awaken to a galaxy filled with new threats: the Imperium of Man, the Tyranids, the Orcs, and the forces of chaos, among others. Despite their overwhelming technological advantage, the Necrons must contend with these new factions, while also navigating their own internal conflicts. One of the central figures in Necron lore is the Silent King, Zarek. He was the one who led the rebellion against the Catan, and he carries the weight of his people's fate on his shoulders. After the Necrons entered their stasis, Zarek exiled himself in an attempt to find redemption for what his people had become. Now, with the Necrons awakening, the Silent King has returned, determined to unite his fractured race and restore them to their former glory. But the question remains, can the Necrons truly reclaim the galaxy? Or has the universe changed too much during their long sleep? As powerful as they are, the Necrons are just one of many factions vying for control of the stars, and their future is uncertain. The Necrons offer a unique and compelling narrative in the Warhammer 40K universe. Their combination of ancient history, advanced technology, and a tragic fall from grace makes them one of the most fascinating factions in the game. Until next time, when we'll dive into another nerd culture favorite, keep nerding out. If there are parts of the nerd universe that you would like for us to cover here at 5 Minute Nerd, leave us a note in the comments. To keep getting nerd culture broken down in 5 minutes, don't forget to like and subscribe.